welcome to the LeggLife podcast. My name is Adam.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry Beth, what episode is this?
1, 2, 4. I think.
1, 2. It is one.
We just talked about this, and now I'm second guessing.
It was really funny because you looked at me out of the side of your eye, and I was like, "Didn't we just discuss this? like we've already covered this, Sherry."
Yeah.
We are currently. Oh, before we get into that, so my 1, 2, 4 is going to be a little bit of a stretch.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
So yesterday we were in the city of
Seattle.
We were in Seattle yesterday, and in Seattle, the greatest player in Seattle Mariner history. Do you have any guess? Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay.
The kid.
Okay.
Do you know what number he wore?
Probably 24.
He did wear 24. And so it is a stretch. It's not 1, 2, 4.
He's the number 1 at 24.
He is the number 1 at 24. I could make out with you right now for saying that. So currently, y'all, we are, we're really trying to target the southern listenership.
I guess so.
Yep. We are currently laying in our bed in our hotel in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And we decided this is the perfect opportunity because we've been traveling together for a couple days. Mm-hmm. We're about to travel together for a week to discuss a podcast topic that we've actually had on our list for a while.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a fun one. So we have some quirks when we travel. We each have them, kind of just some things that we do or like or demand or whatever it is. Just some of these things may be more quirky than others, but they're kind of unique things about each of us when we travel.
Yeah.
And so we thought that in today's episode we would talk a little bit about those. What do you think, Sherry?
I think my list is a lot longer than yours.
Yeah, in fact, I'm not even sure why I'm here. I don't really know, but I will say...
You're really cute.
Thanks. I will say we're going to start with one of mine.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
One of mine is that I love showering as close to leaving for a flight as possible, and then showering whenever we get somewhere, and whenever possible. Like, it's only happened a couple of times. I've actually been able to shower in airport lounges while traveling.
Yeah.
It is pure luxury.
There's just something about feeling clean, like right before you get on a plane, and then something, and I understand it's not like the freaking Oregon Trail. Like, we're not disgusting, like, when we get off the plane 3 hours later, but it's like, I don't know, I just feel gross, and I always want to shower.
It's super gross.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, traveling is one of those things that you just feel icky at the end of it. Mm-hmm. And so going into it, feeling as clean as possible, and then coming out of it as clean as possible, that is for sure one of my travel hacks. Or not travel hacks, but like travel quirks. Just like I'm a pre, post, and even during travel showerer whenever possible. Mm-hmm. Now, you have one that happens every single time we fly, and I even learned yesterday on the trains.
Yes. So I like to keep my bag at my feet. So I am not the kind of person who wants to put their bag in the overhead bin for feet room. Like, my legs are really short, so I don't need the extra leg room, the feet room. And I just like having my bag with me because I'm constantly in and out of my bag.
You guys, constantly.
And I didn't realize really like how often until I put my bag in the overhead on the train yesterday, because there really wasn't space for it. Like, I tried to put it at my feet, but it wouldn't go under the seat, so it was like on my feet, and I didn't like that. So I put it up, and I was in and out and in and out, in and out. Just like, oh my god.
It was kind of unbelievable, actually. how often you were standing up.
I think I spent more time standing up and getting stuff in my bag than I did sitting on the 4-hour trip.
It was so funny.
It's insane. And I don't know, like, I'm just not organized. Like, my brain isn't organized when I'm traveling. Like, any other time of the year, like, at work, I'm very organized. When I'm traveling, my brain is just like, whoop, and I sit down with whatever I think that I need, and then 2 seconds later, I'm like, oh, I need this. And I sit down, oh, I need this. And it's just like, ugh.
Well, it's the funniest thing to watch because for me, when I sit on an airplane, I need basically 3 things. I need my phone charger, I need my AirPods, and I need my phone. Like, those are the 3 things, and I put them in the little seat pocket or the little airline pocket right in front of me, and I'm good for like a 9-hour flight, a 3-hour flight, a 45-minute flight. Like that, those are me against the world with my 3 airplane things.
And I need those things too, but I also need my Kindle, and I also need my paper book, like whatever it is I'm reading, just in case I don't feel like reading on my Kindle. I also need
A chapstick.
Like chapstick.
And then you need a snack.
And I usually need something to pull my hair back because it's all over the place.
And then you're
going to
need to sip out of your water bottle.
I'm basically a toddler.
Honestly, it feels that way. Traveling with you, I feel like I need to have like one of those like, just like, okay, what does Sherry need now?
I need like the mom bag.
Oh my God, that is so, just for you.
Just for me.
You need your own mom bag. It is really funny. Like a bag at your feet. How does it, okay, let's say we were on an airplane and they're like, sorry, due to new regulations, you can't have your bag at your feet. It has to go in the overhead compartment. I was just gonna say, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm a little bit panicked, but I'm also going to be the person that they're going to be yelling at constantly to sit down because I'm in my bag. And you know all the things in my bag.
God, so funny. And just so you know, can confirm. all of this very accurate.
And I don't know why. I don't know.
It's really funny because
but I put things in my carry-on that I'm going to want, so why would I not want them with me?
Okay. So my next one, and this is something that I do everywhere. In fact, I've done it at the hotel yesterday. I did it today. I will do it when we get on the ship later today. When almost always the first thing I do is I get out my toiletry bag and I take it to the bathroom. And if I'm there for more than one night, I will take everything out and I arrange it. My deodorant goes here, my razor goes here, my toothbrush and toothpaste go right over there. And like everything has to go out on the counter as if it's home.
Well, you know what's funny though is that you don't do that at home.
No.
Like especially in the bathroom that we use most of the time, we have a pedestal sink with exactly zero space to put anything. So like all of your stuff is put away in the cabinets.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's funny because you do that. Like the first thing you do is unload your toiletry bag.
Yep, everything goes out. It's just like it's my I don't know why. It makes me feel like I'm there. Like
settled.
It kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess kind of. All right, another thing, and this is kind of both of us.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is mostly you because I forget.
Oh, I never forget.
And I never even think about looking until you do.
Oh, so basically what we're talking about is, I spent years and years in the hotel industry. And one of the things, back in the day, hotels used to have comforters on them. You guys remember those, like hotel comforters?
Look like ugly curtains.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Those things almost never got washed.
Right.
Like the comforters would get washed weekly, maybe monthly, depending on the hotel, but almost like very rarely. And I think that's disgusting.
Because then you're just sleeping with somebody else's
germs.
Yeah.
And so if the hotel has a comforter, the very first thing I do is I go in, I rip it off the bed, and I put it like in the corner somewhere on the floor, like way far away. I'm really glad that hotels have gotten away from comforters and are now like double and triple sheeting and just going with that kind of a look, because I like it a lot better, both the look and the cleanliness of it, because I know things are getting washed. And so it's kind of like the stripping away, but there's also like checking the bed. So if a bed has like an intricate headboard, it's like I'm looking for bed bugs. Every now and then if a hotel's a little bit sketch, I will pull up the edge of the mattress and just see like, okay, are we seeing any like blood stains from bed bugs? I know the things to look for, and so I look for them. And I understand that kind of is gross, but that's okay.
But you've seen all the gross.
I've seen the gross, yeah. And so like I'm very particular about the bedding. There is a part that you are particular about when it comes to bedding, though, and this has to do with your feet.
Same with my feet. So the first thing I do after Adam is done checking the bed is I pull whatever sheet and or duvet is on the bed back. So, and I like fold it back because
you completely untuck it.
Completely untuck it off the bottom because I have to be able to get my feet out. And I do that at home too. Like that's how I sleep. I fold the duvet over and keep my feet out.
You do.
Because I have a hard time sleeping with my feet. I cannot sleep with socks on, ever. And I have a harder time sleeping with my feet under a blanket.
That's very true.
But the rest of me has to be under the blanket because I'm freezing.
And so it's hilarious. Well, and that's the funniest thing is that like she untucks so she can have her feet out, but everything else, you look like you're bundled up.
Yep.
It's so funny. So my next thing has to do with primarily the airplane. Most people know that I'm pretty social. I love people, love talking to people. I've never met somebody that I don't assume I could be friends with.
Right.
I just like people. Not on airplanes. Like when we sit down, actually before we even sit down, normally on the like if I'm traveling by myself, the whole time I'm in the airport, but certainly like when I get to the gate, my AirPods are in, and I keep them in the entire time. I would say half the time I'm not even listening to anything. It's the appearance of like, hey, we're gonna snuggle for the next 3 hours next to each other. We don't need to talk to. You know what I mean? Like
he doesn't even really talk to me.
No, I'm on planes. I'm pretty like AirPods in and zone out. Just get me to the destination.
Which is so funny to me. On the train, you were waving at every single person that we passed.
Outside the train.
Outside the train.
Well, yeah.
Wave.
I can't wave to people on an airplane. I look like a moron. Can you imagine me just like waving out of the airplane window? It's like, Sherry, there's millions of friends down there. I look like I've lost my mind. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I am not a...
You're not social when you're on a plane.
I'm not a talker. I'm not so where are you going? Like, what? If somebody else starts conversation, I'm not going to be rude, but like I will almost never be the person to initiate conversation.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so funny. And a lot of times I even like, because of my priority group with Alaska Airlines, I board close to the first. And so even when people are walking on the plane, I will close my eyes and like lean my head against the window and pretend like I'm like sleeping or resting, so I don't have to like make eye contact or talk to anybody I might know who's boarding the plane.
You're so funny.
It's so weird. I don't know why.
Oh man.
I would say that the most antisocial I ever am is on airplanes.
Yeah, because every other time in your life, you're like, you are all my best friends. I called you a golden retriever yesterday.
You're not wrong.
You were waving and smiling, and you were so excited at the people that were like waving back at you from the ground.
On the train?
On the train when we were passing them. You were so excited, and I was like, is your little butt wiggling?
Like a little golden retriever, like look at all the people, look at all the people, look at all the people. And on an airplane, I'm just like, stay away from me. It's so odd.
It's so funny.
All right, Sherry, we talked about this a little bit, and it's one of the things that you, one of the reasons you like having your bag at your feet.
Yeah.
But you always travel with something.
Snacks. I always travel with snacks. I rarely eat them.
Like, no, I'm so glad you said that, because that's what I was going to talk about. You are...
Just in case I get hungry, I'm gonna want a little snicky snack.
In the event an airplane goes down and you survive, you would be able to live off of the food you carry.
Correct.
It's so odd to me, because you pack snacks, and I'm the one who almost always eats them.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you. But it's so odd to me, because you're like, my bag's so heavy. I'm like, yeah, because you have 13 pounds of snacks.
Well, we're not going to go hungry.
Does anybody else out there, are you like snack packers, and then you don't even snack at home?
I don't snack at home either. I don't know. It's this thing, like I just always want to make sure that I have some kind of snack with me.
You know what you remind me of? You've seen like the meme online that is talking about like overpacking, and it's like, should I bring one French horn or two? And it's like, I don't even play the French horn. It's like, that is you with snacks.
But just in case, maybe there's a marching band that needs somebody to stand in.
It's like I might as well bring my portable fondue kit. It's like, Sherry, we're not going to make fondue on the airplane. It's like, yeah, but what if we need to?
What if we need to?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you and I both do this next thing, and this isn't a travel quirks. I think most people are this way
nowadays. Yeah.
Nowadays, we travel, when it comes to what we wear, it is all about comfort. Mm-hmm. And yesterday there were some people on our flight that were like business travelers. They were like dressed up, and I was just thinking, how uncomfortable is a suit? Even though it's only a 3-hour flight, absolutely not.
No, you're like in your joggers and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm usually in. Yesterday I actually wore jeans and a sweater, but I usually I'm in like leggings and a sweatshirt or something like that. It's just warm and comfy.
Yeah, traveling, and I know back in the day, flying was a big thing. You get dressed up for it. It was an experience. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's just because it's sort of become something we do a lot, and it's like, I have to fly to get to my destination. You know what I mean? It's like, it's something we have to do. But I just want to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. So much of the travel experience is uncomfortable and just like an inconvenience. I just want to be comfortable as I sit there and ignore people for 3 hours. Like, let me ignore you in comfort.
The note you put on your phone is no time for fancy.
Yeah, there's no time for fancy. Like, that is, unless you are getting off the plane and going right to a business meeting.
Right.
Like, change into something more comfortable, even in the airport.
Right, I have done that before for sure. Like I've worn
Absolutely.
whatever junky whatever I can wear that's just comfy, and then I will change in the airport if I need to go straight there from the airport.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I'll make myself presentable.
I think you're always presentable.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, another thing that we do, and we've talked about this in a number of vlogs, is if we are traveling somewhere, if we're flying somewhere and we're staying in a hotel, and, leaving Alaska, a lot of the flights are red-eye flights, and so we end up getting places a lot of times early in the day. Like, we'll arrive in a city at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. Most hotel check-in isn't till 3 or 4. And there's no guarantee you can get an early check-in.
Right. We rarely can.
Yeah, and so one of the things that we have started doing is booking a hotel for the night before. We actually pay for an extra night, even though we're not sleeping there, so that we have the convenience of going to the hotel. This is where taking a shower, like we talked about earlier, dropping off our bags,
Changing clothes.
Yep, changing clothes, and it feels like it redeems that whole first day. Because there have been a number of times that we haven't done that. And then it's like, oh, we're going to store our bags. We're going to wear the same thing we've been wearing. I feel gross. I'm tired. I just want to, take a shower and change
I
clothes.
just want to take a nap. I flew through the night. I can't sleep on planes.
Yeah.
Just let me lay down.
And so having that extra night, even though it is like a financial cost, I think it's totally worth it.
I do too. Yeah. Because the few times that we haven't, we've regretted it because we're just like, ugh. Then we're trying to kill time with all of our luggage. And have to wait until we can actually check into the hotel, and it's just we're just miserable. It kind of ruins the day.
It very much does. So that's one of the things that we do actually quite a bit. The next thing that we do is something that we've learned as we've traveled. Not every trip is a vacation.
Right.
And so sometimes you have work trips, or sometimes you have more obligations. You have trips maybe to go see family. You have trips to that kind of stuff. And so you end up coming home and you used PTO and you traveled and you didn't really feel like you got a vacation.
Right, I'm more tired.
Yeah, you're more tired. So one of the things that we have done a number of times and try to do on most trips that aren't necessarily vacation is the last day of the trip, give yourself a day for yourself.
Yep. So we usually, it's usually the last day that we will go somewhere else or...
So I think Indiana is a good example of this.
Yeah.
When we go see family, love seeing family, love going back there. Not always vacation feeling.
Right.
And so one of the things that we have tried to do, and we've done a lot of times, is we will actually leave Indiana a day early and we'll go to Chicago, because that's always where we fly in and out of. And we'll give ourselves a day in Chicago to just, like this last time, we went to the Disney 100 exhibit. And we just give ourselves time to feel like we had a day for us.
Yeah.
And that really helps, even though it's not like a full vacation, you still feel like you at least had this moment of breath, or this moment where you got to do at least something you wanted.
Yep, exactly.
All right, now we're going to end the podcast by talking about you.
Because all the rest of them are me.
All the rest are you. And they all kind of fall under particulars. So one of the things about Sherry, and you all know, watching the videos, listening to the podcast, I am the world's biggest Sherry Leg fan. President of the fan club. I have the merch, all of it. She is the best.
Also the worst.
But when Sherry travels, she is very particular.
The thing is, I'm particular at home too, but I feel like it comes out more when we travel because I can keep things at home the way that I want them.
That's what I was just going to say. You've already set up our home to be your place.
Right.
And when we travel, you are not somebody like me. I'm just drop the bag down, lay in the bed, good to go to sleep. Just kind of after I put my toiletries in the bathroom, obviously,
and check the bedding.
And the shower. But I can be comfortable in any space. I can sleep in any space, anywhere. I just kind of exist in any space. You have to adjust the space to your comfort.
The space exists around me.
There you go. That's a perfect way to put it. And so a couple of things that you do and already have done multiple times on this trip. Let's start with the temperature and the air situation.
Okay, I hate feeling air on me. Cold or hot, I don't care. I don't want air on me. Like, I don't want to feel the air.
So most hotels have forced air. And so when you turn the air on, if you walk into the room and it's too hot, you turn the air on, it doesn't just cool the room off, like there's that air circulating. And so Sherry's like, okay, it's too hot in here, but also I don't want to feel the air that cools the room down. it's so we navigate that one a whole bunch.
I know.
Like, you will even determine like where you sleep, like which bed. So if we are staying in a room that has like maybe 2 queen beds, you will be like, okay, where's the air blowing? And
because
like,
I want to be on the other one.
Yeah, because
I don't want to feel the air.
Nope, we're sleeping in that bed. Why? There's air. Okay.
I mean, honestly, I'm the same way at home. Like, in the summer, we don't have air conditioning in our house, and so in the summer we put a fan in our window because it does get hot, and I have to tilt the fan in such a way that I can't feel the air.
Yeah.
Because if I can feel it, I can't sleep.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It's exactly.
And yeah, I mean, it really is just like, we keep our house at the temperature that's comfortable for me. Like, it's usually too hot for Adam.
Oh yeah.
But it's comfy for me. And we have 5 pillows on our bed. We each have 2 kind of at the headboard, and then I have a body pillow.
Yep.
Obviously, I can't travel with my body pillow because it's the size of me. So when I'm in a hotel, I always want extra pillows.
Well, what's funny is that you always want extra pillows, but sometimes in hotels, and you're seeing this more and more, maybe they'll put like 2 softer pillows, 2 firmer pillows on the bed. And so Sherry gets first pick of pillows. And so if there's 4 pillows on the bed and 2 of them are...
I feel all of them.
You feel all of them, and then you choose, and then I get the pillows that are... I get the pillows that are left.
I know. Here's the thing, though. We do this at home, too. Like, the good pillows are on my side of the bed.
Absolutely.
So, I have a very heavy head. Adam calls it a cannonball. It's small, but it's mighty.
That's the thing. Like, it's this tiny little head, but like when she like rests her...
Sorry, just hit the computer.
When Sherry rests her head on my shoulder, I have bruises. Like, it's like...
That's not true.
Looks like I got shot by a frozen paintball.
It is very heavy, and it's hard on my neck, and I am a lay flat on the pillow kind of person. Like, you're a buncher.
Oh yeah, I take my pillow
and
I squish it.
So I will give you the crappy pillows because you're just going to destroy it anyway. Like, you're just going to put it into a ball and sleep on it.
Fair.
And so that's why you get the crappy pillows. I just want to be able to sleep flat on my pillow. And I want to be able to hold on to a pillow.
Yeah, I know.
And so last night, when we got into our room, there were 3 pillows on the bed. I was like, well, that's not going to work.
Nope.
So I had Adam go down and get more pillows, and they had 1 left in the whole hotel. Yep. And I got it.
Yep, and Sherry got it.
But she had to run all over the whole hotel trying to find it. The poor girl at the desk.
But Sherry got her pillow.
But I got my pillow. Yeah, I don't know. I just... I have a hard time sleeping in general. And if I'm uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, I just don't sleep.
Yeah.
And so I have to, like, hence the feet out and the firm pillows. And, like, I need to have all of those things just to sleep.
Yeah, you have to create the ideal environment. At home, you already have the ideal environment.
Right.
Like the blackout shades and the position of the fans and the pillows you want and, like, all of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you travel, you have to create that environment.
Right.
So fascinating.
Every new place that we go.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you did it in the hotel in Seattle yesterday, and then we came to Vancouver, so you did it in the hotel in Vancouver. And then we're going to get to on our Seabourn ship later today, and you're going to do it on the ship.
Yep.
And it's like, it's so funny to me.
I'm sorry.
It's so funny.
I know.
All right.
What else is on the list?
There's only one more thing on the list.
Okay.
And this is something that I didn't know about you until we started traveling together.
Uh-oh.
You love hotel room service.
I do.
But you primarily love hotel room service for one reason.
For the little ketchup bottles, because they're so cute.
You guys. If we were...
I don't even really care what I'm ordering. I just want something with ketchup so that I can get those little ketchup bottles.
Me ordering room service, all I hear in the background is, ask for extra ketchup bottles. Like this little Sherry voice, like, ask for extra ketchup bottles. See if they can send extra ketchup bottles. Like the little...
And it's always disappointing when it just comes in like a cup.
I know.
It's like, oh man.
I want the bottle.
I want the cute little bottle.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
So funny, and I did not know that about myself because I don't think I'd ever ordered room service until you and I started traveling together.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you will be like...
But I completely lost all of my cool the first time we got those little ketchup bottles.
Yeah, you would have thought that it was the coolest and cutest thing in the history of the
It
world.
is.
It's literally just a tiny ketchup bottle.
It's cuter than puppies. It's so cute.
Okay, first of all, that's not true.
Little baby bottle.
Can you imagine
with ketchup and mustard?
A photo shoot of puppies and baby ketchup bottles?
Oh my God.
That would be our 2025 calendar. If anybody out there wants to make it for us. Puppies and mini ketchup bottles.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. I like little things. Oh, Adam is
I hit the computer too.
Now. I like little things. I have a bunch of little tiny ramekins that don't fit anything, but I love them. So I have them.
Miniatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They can fit a single grape, but they're so cute.
It's so funny. I know it. And so, yeah. Housekeeping just came into our room.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hilarious because that's just what you get when you record a podcast in your bed. That was the last thing on our list.
Yeah.
Here's the nice thing.
I'm far more quirky than you.
But
I'm more particular.
You are definitely more particular than me, without question. Here's what I was just going to say, though. I was thinking about that. We do have our travel quirks, but one of the things that I really love is that I feel like we each know them, and we just have... It's like, for me, I love traveling. I love traveling with Sherry, and traveling with Sherry means that we're going to have a bag at our feet. She's going to have 13 pounds of snacks, maybe a mobile fondue kit. When we get to the hotel, it's going to take us a half an hour just to get things situated
correctly.
Okay, what is the temperature? Where is the air at? Is the fan on? Because here's the thing, it's not just...
I also have to sleep. This is another thing, and this is... I feel like we maybe put this on the list and didn't... I don't know. When we're at home, I sleep on the left side of the bed. Adam is always to my right. I have a hard time sleeping otherwise. If we switch sides, and so, which is always obnoxious to me because I also have to have all of my things out on the table next to me.
Actually, that's another thing that should have been on here. Your bedside table
is a work of art.
It is. There is so much stuff on it.
There's so much stuff on it, all arranged so that I can reach it when I'm sleeping.
Ugh.
I have to have a water bottle. I have to have my book. I have to have my phone. I have to have
you have charging cords
mask,
for all of it.
I have charging cords. I have
earplugs.
Yep. So I have all of these things. And if the table is on the right side of the bed, I panic a little bit.
Yep.
Because he doesn't really use a table. You don't care.
No.
I have to have the table. And so, sometimes I'll sleep on the other side of the bed just so I have the table, but I have a harder time sleeping.
Yeah, you are a very particular traveler.
My brain knows that something is off, and it's just we can't settle in.
My brain is checked out.
You're like, oh, bed.
That's exactly what it's like. It's like, oh, bed. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. All right, friends. Thanks for listening to our little Travel Quirks podcast.
We want to know if you have any.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. So head over to YouTube. Search LeggLife Podcast. Subscribe if you have not.
Hit the little bell notification.
Wow, the little bell icon. Is that what you're going for?
That one.
That way you are notified. Oh my gosh, Sherry, do you want me just to do this? That way you're notified when we post new podcasts. There we go.
Good job.
We got there. Thanks. And yeah, let us know. What are your travel quirks? Do you have any that are similar to ours? Do you have any that are very different than ours? Would absolutely love to know that. So.
Would I drive you crazy if we travel together?
So I actually have wondered that. You love traveling.
I do.
But you love traveling with me. But there have been so many times I've been like, well, Sherry, why don't you go on a girls' trip? Why don't you travel with friends? Why don't you do that?
Because I feel like I would leave the trip with no friends.
I was wondering if that was the case.
Like, oh, you're too much.
Because you're like, oh, you're very high maintenance when you travel.
Yeah.
Well, in life in general, but especially when you travel.
But yeah.
And so you're like,
I feel like life in general, I can hide it a little bit more because I already have things set the way that I need them.
Traveling is more.
Traveling is I have to get it set to how I need it. And so yeah.
Welcome to my life, friends.
I'm sorry.
No, you're worth it. You guys, we love you so much. Thanks for listening to the LeggLife Podcast. We will see you next week. Why did I say that? That was weird. That was awkward. Welcome to the LeggLife Podcast. See you next week on the LeggLife Podcast. What the heck?
We're tumbling over our words today.
Oh my gosh. All right, friends. We love you.
Okay.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.